To me, the definition of true masculinity and femininity, too, is being able to lay in your own skin comfortably. I found my niche as a character actor, and I've never felt like a movie star or teen idol and never wanted to. I am a method actor, but I'm also a film actor as well as a method actor. Characters that don't have humility, whether they are heroes or villains, are hard to relate to. All characters in every aspect of what we do should have humility. If they don't, then they're a cartoon character. I've never tried to be something I'm not. When I played Robert Howard in The Whole Wide World, I was struggling with it. There's this dual thing where you feel real good about being able to play this juicy part, and then there's constant shame. Who am I to pretend to know who this guy was? Who am I to represent this guy for people who never knew him? I think that being a producer is business and being an actor is art. The most fun you can possibly have as an actor is to walk that line between what's real and what's interesting. Our show is different because it's not about law and order. It's about psychology, the intent of somebody. When you're acting, it should be the most important thing that's going on. But when you're not, leave it alone. Some scenes you juggle 2 balls, some scenes you juggle 3 balls, some scenes you can juggle 5 balls. The key is always to speak in your own voice. Speak the truth. That's acting 101. Then you start putting layers on top of that. People who are extremely inside their head, like he was, are caught in a neurosis that goes round and round. Then something will hook them and take them to their end and they can't control it. All of us are trying to achieve 100% in our work. That's all we struggle to do. We never do, but we never stop trying until the day we die. It's that struggle to achieve 100%. That's where our performance lies. That's what the audience gets. They get the struggle. I'm not gonna play a part that doesn't instill some kind of fear in me. If I read a part, and suddenly, I'm thinking halfway through, I'm not sure I could get away with this, I think of everything I can think of to keep me from doing it. That's the one I should do. The only thing I do worry about is that the more films I do, the more visible I am going to become as a personality because of press and because of the sheer quantity of films. It's pretty simple, pretty obvious, that people's first impressions of people are really a big mistake. The search for the truth is not for the faint-hearted. I'm a character actor, and I made a choice when I was young, after Mystic Pizza, not to go for the mainstream stuff, and to do a more eclectic kind of route. What kind of recognition do I deserve? I don't deserve any recognition. And I have been able to establish this sort of decent reputation as being a decent character actor. I'll be working the rest of my life because I'm a character actor and don't have to worry about box office. Like De Niro. He's one of the best character actors we have ever had. The more you are known, the more difficult it is to hide behind characters. This haunting idea of becoming a celebrity doesn't settle well with me at all. Then I did Mystic Pizza, just to do something I wasn't fat in. With Altman, he does discuss everything with you, but then leaves you to it and gives you full rein and lets you improvise and create a character while the camera is rolling. Look, all you can do when you find your niche is go with it. If you try to go beyond your interests just for the sake of pretensions or wealth, your art becomes less legitimate. No, I knew when I was doing theater in New York that this was what I was supposed to be doing. And then, as the years went on, I just kept moving along, busting into doors and getting roles, until I started to actually believe that what these other people were saying was true. My partner Dan Ireland wants me to direct, and I read a lot of scripts, some good enough that I could see myself. But then it's like, so what? Who cares? Let someone else direct it. The Whole Wide World is the first movie I've ever produced. When I was younger, I used to pick things just to face the fear. So I moved to Europe and only came back when directors like Robert Altman would call me after they'd seen my work in Full Metal Jacket. But the one thing that I did do was establish myself as a good actor. So a failed movie is not going to ruin my career. Unless you look like Brad Pitt, it's really hard to have full control of your character. When you are a character actor, they trust you will go in and give them a full character and leave. It's like why people read scary books or go see scary movies. Because it creates a distance. They're scared, but they're not going to get hurt. It doesn't need to be a #1 show, it just needs to be good. The minute you start feeling like you've got it down, you know what you're doing, you're dead in the water. I want every episode to feel like we still haven't done this right yet. At our best, it's a good experience, but we do 22 episodes a year, so there are some clunkers. They were all interested in what I was going to do, because I'd never worked in television before. I took a route of acting, rather than star making, so it cost me a lot financially. It doesn't need to be a #1 show, it just needs to be good. Evil changes everybody. Acting is not a mystery. There's nothing that I know that other actors don't know. We all act. We're all actors. We all know the same thing. The only thing that separates us is experience. When you're a child, you're able to assimilate so easily into any situation. You even start talking like the people you're around. I wasn't conscious that I was so good at that until I started to truly feel like an actor. The thing about Marvel is that they're not there into real acting. They're looking for artists that are willing to take chances and are willing to create characters. Even if that character has been around for years and years in comic books, they still are depending on us to create something and take it somewhere else. I read Spider-Man, and that's how I knew about Wilson Fisk. Frank Miller and David Mack are incredible artists. I never was happy with the job I did in Ed Wood. I have changed so much as an actor over the years. When you look at people, you should look at more than what you see on the surface, you should try to find a soul. Until I got Full Metal Jacket. I was doing off-Broadway plays with 3 people in the audience. I guess I say this for younger actors out there, you have to be brave, and you have to be ready to fail, and that's the only way you can be unique. So when a director is confident enough in what they're doing, and they allow their actors to be brave and bring in stuff, the more likely it's going to work out okay. Doing Law Order for so long, my fan base was, like, men and women my age. And then doing Daredevil, my whole audience has changed. It's cool. I learned a lot from Dick Wolf. I'll always remember playing that character because it was such a good character. It was great to be able to be a character like that for television. I think the thing that I'll bring from the whole experience, the whole 10 years, is I had never been interested in the television business before. I did a film called Fire with Fire. When I did The Cell, no matter what you think of that movie, because I have my opinions of it too, it was, I still have nightmares from the research that I did. Not from playing the part, just from the research.